Hello Aries, thank you for joining me. It's Sandra here from Wolf Moon Tarot. This is your Fairy Oracle reading for May 2021. I've pre-shuffled the cards to get your energy into the cards, Aries. So before I begin, just to say that it is a general reading, Aries, so it will resonate with some of you but not necessarily with everybody, so take what resonates and leave the rest behind. Also, just to say that I'm doing this reading for you on the 27th of April. And this is the time of the a very intensive full supermoon in Scorpio. So, you know, very deep transformational energies will be influencing and impacting perhaps for some of us at this time and over the next few days. So just if you're interested in these energies, do check out my weekly reading for this week, 26th of April through to the 2nd of May, that I published recently for each star sign. So you may well find that quite interesting. Okay, so I'll just do a final shuffle now of the Moonology Oracle cards, just to start your reading off. So here we have the Cardinal Moon, and this says, be bold and make the first move, Aries. Alright, so we'll come back to this in a little while, but something about, be bold and make the first move. So I'll just pop that in there in front of my little fairy there, and the final shuffle now of the Fairy Oracle cards by Brian Froud. So we have, first of all, we have the situation at the heart of your reading, what the challenge is to that, what's in your power ×2, a possible outcome for some of you there, and then something else that the Fairy Oracle would like to say to you in particular, Aries. And at the bottom of the deck we have Laguna, and Laguna is the fairy queen. She's half frog, half fairy, and she's sitting on top of the toadstool ready to take a leap, ready to go off on an adventure. It doesn't matter where she lands because she's equally at home in the damp undergrowth as she is in the trees and on the flowers. So I'll just put that to one side and we'll come back to that in a little while. And then another shuffle, so we'll just, could we clarify the cards on the table, please? Right, we have had a card, oh no, there's two cards there, so I'll leave that. If one card jumps out, I do consider it, but so can we clarify the cards on the table, please? So I'll just lay these on top for a little bit of depth for your reading. And at the bottom of the deck this time we have Geo the Slow. And this is when you're just taking your time. It's a time of slowing down a little bit, and particularly at the time of this Scorpio full moon. It's a very intense energy, so this is a good time just to do what you enjoy, just to lighten your energies and do what you enjoy, and focus your mind elsewhere through this time. So it's not a surprise for me that Geo the Slow has come out. So it's just taking your time, watch the world go by. It's that sort of an energy, just at this time, perhaps for the next few days. And obviously, and this reading is in a sense for May, for throughout May 2021. But of course, whenever I do the readings, you can really say it's from the time of the reading onwards. So I'll just put that to one side with Laguna, and we'll come back to those in a little while. Alright, so let's see. So at the heart of your reading we have the Singer of Initiation, and we have the Pook. The Singer of Initiation is when the universe and life is putting us putting us through the hoops, really, getting us to jump through hoops. It's like an apprenticeship energy. So we're serving an apprenticeship, a life apprenticeship, jumping through hoops, surmounting hurdles, going with the flow sometimes, or having to climb the mountain sometimes, but learning every step of the way, learning within the process. And so, you know, this is what's clearly been happening for you, Aries. You're being put through your paces, but you're getting to a point where you are maturing now and getting ready to, if you like, pass the life exams and go on qualified, and getting on with your life. So this has come out right at the very heart of your reading, Aries, and this links in with this Scorpio full moon of transformation, because when the full moons are completions of cycles in any event, but as I say, this full moon in Scorpio is a very deep transformational energy. So it doesn't surprise me that this card has come out for you, Aries. But you're coming to a time of, really, if you think of an apprentice that then has to do the groundwork, learning, then does the exams, takes the exams, and then is a qualified professional and goes on. And this is what this is saying. You are very soon qualifying in your life journey, and then you're going to be moving on, perhaps with more clarity of thought, feeling very different, feeling lighter, feeling a more a sense of direction, Aries. Now, just to put a spoke into all of that, we've got the Pook. Now, the Pook is very much an energy of, it's a paradoxical energy. So it's very much a challenge, you know, what's right, what's wrong, what's fair, what's not fair, what's real, what's not real. It's that sort of an energy. And I think as you've been going through this life initiation process, perhaps over a period of time, you've been questioning, you know, the way you're going. You've been questioning which is the right way, which is the wrong way, which is the right way to be, to think, perhaps, to feel. So it's all of those energies. So you've been lots of questioning of events that have been happening or how you've been feeling, not quite sure what's real, what's not real. But that's all part of this initiation process, because as you go through each of these challenges and start to understand which way you're going and what is real and what's not real, then that's another step up through this initiation process. It's lessons learned, basically. All right, Aries, so what are the challenges for you at this time? Well, we have Penelope Dreamweaver and we have the Glaucona. Penelope Dreamweaver, this is your dreams, fantasies, wishes, what it is you're wanting in life, possibly. So you've been the dreams that you want to put into place, but that's a bit of a challenge for you at this time. And the reason is, now the Glaucona is all that glitters isn't gold. It's that sort of an energy. So I always give an example of if you were going to buy a second-hand car and you went to a second-hand car dealer, if something looked really shiny and brilliant and you really loved it, you wouldn't just buy it without test driving it. And you would perhaps have a mechanic or to have it checked over, to check the engine to make sure it's running right. You would check the documentation. So it's all those sorts of energies. So with the Glaucona, you know, something may be being presented to you that is a bit bedazzling, if you like, and you know, it's creating a sense of doubt. Is it too good to be true? But this is the clarifier for the Dreamweaver. So there's something about your wishes and dreams that I feel you are perhaps you may be feeling that they are unattainable, they're not real, that it's too much to ask for. And this is the challenge for you. Or it could be that what you are dreaming of, you've really got to dig deep and look at the small print, if you like. You look to see how you can achieve this dream, these wishes that you have. But just being mindful that, just take a step back sometimes and look at how you're going to achieve this, because what may be immediately presented to you may not be the real thing, or may need a little bit more time or investigation, whatever it's to do with. All right, so these are the challenges for you at this time, Aries. And it's certainly part of this initiation process, and very much linked in with the Pook, what's real, what's not real. And it's very much a lot to do with your dreams, wishes and dreams. All right, let's see what's actually in your power at this time. Well, we have Lady of the Harvest and we have Leothos the Wild. The Lady of the Harvest, this is a sadness. This is something that you've got to let go. There's something that has no more growth now. Anything that could have been harvested has been harvested. And there's no more growth now. So you need to release. Something needs to be released, Aries. And although there's an element of sadness here, it's part of the life cycle, and it's part of your processes. It's part of this initiation process. So it's something that needs to be allowed to be released. And again, very much in line with this Scorpio full moon. So Leothos the Wild, now when he comes forward, he's urging you to do something quickly, to respond or react quickly, make a decision quickly. He's a very fast energy. Now sometimes it's appropriate to do that. Sometimes it's the right thing to do is to act spontaneously. But other times it's not. It's about, you may feel urged to act spontaneously. But the message of this card is perhaps step back and think about it a little while. Just think about it a little while. Take your time. Because, we had Geo the Slow here, didn't we? He was very much about taking your time. There's no rush to do anything, and there's certainly no rush to make a decision about something as you're planning to take the next leap towards an adventure. First of all, you've got to release something and accept perhaps that something needs to be released before making decisions to go on, before taking another leap in another direction. So what else is in your power? Well, we have the Fairies of the Future and we have Journeyman. So Fairies of the Future, this is the planning stage, looking to the future now and making plans about where you're going. And very much linked in with the Journeyman here, taking the first steps on that journey. You have people around who are very supportive of the journey that you're going to make. And it's all about the journey. It's not about getting there. It's all about each step at a time, as you go on your journey, making your way forward in this new way, in this new direction. So very, very similar. The cards are very, very similar that are coming out. Laguna. This is the planning stage for the Fairy Queen, getting ready to take a leap of faith. And to say the Fairies of the Future, the planning stage about going forward, getting ready to take those first steps. So I will do a recap in a little minute to bring it all together for you. But a possible outcome here at this time, we've got the Bright Mother and we have Unity. And the bright mother is very much, this is very much very similar to the Empress energy in ordinary tarot. So it's a very mothering energy, very feminine. It's the feminine principle. It's an energy of putting others before yourself. Now this may be representing yourself, Aries, or somebody very closely connected to you. So take it to how it resonates. But this is a very nurturing feminine energy, very caring. It's an energy that puts others before herself. It's not gender specific. Whatever gender you are, we have all of the different energies within us that come to the fore at different times. Now, the clarifier is unity, and this is about coming together. This is a coming together. Now, this is either a coming together of two people, or it's coming together within yourself, the different elements of yourself, the masculine, feminine energies. And, you know, just all different energies and elements of yourself coming together now rather than being separate, rather than feeling separate. You're going to feel this unity of coming together. And as I say, this is either within yourself with this very bright feminine, bright mother feminine principle, or this is in connection with somebody close to you, and then coming together in unity. Now, what else would your guides like to say to you at this time, Aries? Well, we have a collection of pixies and we have the fawn. And the collection of pixies, this is when there's jobs to be done, but to make light of it. Chores that have to be done that we can't put on hold. So anything that we can't put on hold for now, because it's too urgent, it's things that have got to be done, but lighten the mood. So, you know, put music on and dance while you're doing perhaps a household chore, for example. But, you know, have fun. I think that's the message here, because of this transformational, these quite intense energies with the full moon. This is going to help you to lift your energy, perhaps to lift your mood even. So whatever it is that you're having to do, try to lift your mood and enjoy the process in some way, whether it's listening to music, whether it's burning candles, incense burners, something that will help to lift your senses, if you like, at this time. Because, you know, there's an overall energy of needing to take it slow and easy. So where you can, just take your time. Take your time. There's no rush. Take your time. Look after, nurture yourself. Be kind to yourself. Because the clarifier here is the fawn. And the fawn is very much about, this is universal law. So this is when you're in the groove, when things are really flowing effortlessly. Energies are coming down for you, universal energies are coming down for you and flowing through you beautifully. And the same, the energies are coming up, the earth energies are also coming up, and they're meeting here in your third eye, which is the clairvoyance, the intuition energy. But there's a flow, there's no obstacle here. So enjoy this time, Aries. Things are really flowing, really going well for you at this time. So it's about lightening your energy. Try to enjoy what you're doing where you can. And delegate if you can, you know. Share the responsibility where you can. Okay. Now there's something here about being bold and making the first move. Alright, so that's going to mean something a little bit different for all of you. But whoever this is for, I'm sure you'll have a little bit of an understanding of what that is trying to say. Alright, so very quickly, a very quick recap for you, Aries. At the heart of your reading we have the singer of initiation. The singer of initiation. So this is, you know, going through the processes, learning as you go, and you know, you're very, very soon, if not now, you're going on a lot more knowledgeable, a lot wiser with this on this life journey. You've been put through your paces, I feel, but you've learned a lot along the way. You are questioning what's real and what's not real, you know, and that's what the Pook energy does. And so every step of the way, it's been a little bit of a challenge for you, whether you're doing the right thing, perhaps. All right, but the challenge to you is about your dreams and wishes, but feeling perhaps that they're too good to be true. You know, so if your dreams are starting to come in and starting to come true, you're perhaps feeling that they're too good to be true, so questioning. But for others of you, it could be about, you know, double checking, look underneath the skin of things, check the small print, because what's being presented may not be the real thing there, particularly if you feel this is exactly what you want, you see. So just double check, just make sure. All right, and then in your power, of course, we have the Lady of the Forest. So it's time to let something go, and there's sense of loss within that, but it's time to let it go. But just take your time. There's no rush. Just take your time, because you're feeling a sense of urgency here, perhaps to move on too quickly. So it's just saying take your time. Take your time. And then there's lots of planning going on here. You're going to be taking the first steps on your journey going forward in this new direction, because we also had Laguna, didn't we, who was getting ready to take a leap of faith. But with all this planning stages, and so there's energies coming in that you're going to feel like you want to act quickly. But I feel this reading is saying, you know, things are changing for you, whoever this is for. Yeah, but it's very much a planning stage. So you can't skip the planning stage of this next journey. It takes time. Things are changing. You're probably changing within you, and things are changing around you. So it's releasing the old, getting ready to go forward anew. But just take your time. Take your time. There's no rush. And yeah, so the outcome, you know, we've got the bright mother here, the very feminine principle, and there's a coming together, a unity coming together, either within you or connected to somebody close to you. And yes, and any chores that do need doing, anything, jobs that can't be put off, then try to lighten your load and sing and dance as you're doing it, basically. But you're very much in the groove here. You're in the universal and the earth energy groove. So things are going to go well for you, I feel. Okay. I'm just going to get two final messages for you, Aries, to finish this reading. Two final messages for Aries, please. This is for May 2021, or thereabouts. Two final messages, please. What else does Aries need to know? So we have navigating by the stars. So follow your bliss. So head towards the stars. Where is it you want to go? You know, and allow the universe to guide you, I feel. This is guidance. This is universal guidance, spiritual guidance. So, you know, allow yourself to be guided in the direction that is really where you want to go and what's going to be so good for you. And yes, and healing's going to be coming down, but it's flowing through you. So as you are healing, Aries, as this full moon is started, the transformational energies are going to clear the past, clear what's not served you, going to fill you with healing, ready for a new beginning going forward. but it will flow through you, so people around you will see and feel the difference, and that's going to help them as well with their life purpose and with their journey. Okay, so beautiful reading there for you, Aries. I hope you've enjoyed the reading, and it has had some meaning for you and provided you with some clarity at this time. But good luck going forward, and I hope you can join me again in the future. So bye bye for now.